Federalism in Nepal. We are going to discuss about the federalism, what type of federalism is conducted in Nepal, what type of practices are, and what is the international scenario of federalism, the federal, the impact of federalism, what type of impact after establishing the federalism in Nepal. We are going to discuss federalism in Nepal. First of all, federalism, federalism in Nepal. Nepal. First, federalism in Nepal. Federalism in Nepal. The politically divided the nation into two or more layer layers for the decentralization decentralization of power is called federalism. It's called federalism. The political divided the nation into two or more layers for the decentralization of power is called federalism. The federalism is applicable when the federalism is applicable when the central government is not, the federalism is applicable when the central government d- uh, control unable to control the power to the large area. Government unable to control the whole nation in context of development and resource mobilization. Resource mobilization, mobilization, resource mobilization. Nepal has declared, Nepal has declared, has been declared, has been declared declared federal, has been declared federal republic, federal democratic republic, federal democratic republic since 2008 May 8. Since 2008. Yes, this is declared. Nepal has been declared Federal Democratic Republic since 2008. The unitary system, the unitary system is failed to address the issues of Nepalese people, and identity. Nepal has 7 provinces. Nepal has 7 provinces. 7 provinces. 77 districts. 77 districts and 700 and 753 local levels. So we have 761 government, 761 government in totality. In totality, 761 government in totality. The decentral, decentralization of resource resource and role of provinces and local level, the decentralization of the resources and role of provinces and local levels, the resources, role of provinces, local levels is declared declared by the Constitution. Nepal has been practicing has been practicing three types of election. The federal election, provincial election, and local election. The federal election, and provincial election, and the local election are declared by the Constitution. Local election are declared by the Constitution. Are declared by the Constitution. The central government, the formation of laws, national sovereignty, related issues, security, national security, the formation of laws, national security, national sovereignty, related issue, national security, and diplomatic issues are diplomatic issues are totally fully responsible for the federal government. Diplomatic issues are fully responsible are the issues are practiced by the issues are practi- practiced by the federal government by the federal government federal government. Nepal, Nepal's federal restructuring, federal federal restructuring, Nepal's federal restructuring is little bit flexible model of federalism of federalism. The provinces are the provinces are controlled by the federal some of controlled by the federal government federal federal government in somehow cases and somehow cases the federalism in Nepal is costly Nepal is the federalism in Nepal federalism is not effective as compared the country like Nepal as compared is not effective as compared the nation like Nepal the large scale government scale of government large scale of government large scale of government the large scale of government increases increase the national expenditure. The large scale of government increasing the national expenditure, increasing the national expenditure. So the economic crisis economic crisis is appeared economic crisis is appeared. Nepal is a diversity in nature. Diversity in nature because our society have multicultural cultural multilinguistic multi-ethnic multi-religious multi-ethnic, multicultural, multi-religious, multilinguistic, cultural, multi-religious and multi-religious. Yes. So the government do not fulfill the plans. Government do not able to address their individual not able to address the issues of diverse society diverse societies. The inclusiveness of the marginalized group. Inclusiveness of marginalized group. Marginalized group economically deprived group economically deprived group, marginalized group, economically deprived group, marginalized group, woman, Dalit, and indigenous people. Indigenous people is one of the people is the indigenous people. Inclusiveness of marginalized group, economically deprived group, women, Dalit and indigenous people in different sector of the government in different sector of the we are different sectors of the government, different sector of government, the inclusiveness of the marginalized is almost possible through is almost implemented after federalism. The political parties, political parties also practice the inclusiveness. Nice. In somehow contest the decentralization of power carry out the decentralization of power is carried out, power was carried out, power reaching the decentralization of the power is reach in community level, power is reached Access is accessed up to communities. But the corruption communities access up to the communities along with corruption, along with corruption. So the corruption is so the corruption is increasing in local government. Local government. The federalism has merits and demerits as well. Demerits as well. Merits and demerits as well. The conflict between the central government and provinces is still existing. Government and provinces is still existing. The expectation of the federalism, the people's expectation are not addressed by the federalism. So the federalism federal system system is almost fail in Nepal. The federal restructuring, the federalism should be the federalism should be change should be changed in context of in Nepalese context. The functional decentralization is more applicable than the formation of government. Applicable than the formation of large scale of government. Yes, large scale of government. Nepal is a very small country. So, country. Nepal is a very small country. Which is not applicable, or federalism. It's my opinion. Yes, we can put the opinion here. So federalism in Nepal. Let come. Listen to me, and I am going to describe what is federalism and what are its impact. What type of layering in Nepal? What type of merit and demerit of federalism in Nepal? I'm going to describe. Let's see federalism in Nepal. The politically divided the nation into two or more layers of government for the decentralization of power is called federalism. Layers of government, yes, layers for the decentralization of power means government is called federalism. Divided the nation, administration division politically division, executive division. This type of layering, two or more layer, divided the nation into two or more layer to conduct the function, to smoothly run the nation, is called federalism. In somehow cases, the federalism is fully autonomous. In somehow cases, the provinces or other layer, I mean province and local level are bounded by the central government. Our federal, the federal system in Nepal is almost between this flexible federalism. This is called flexible federalism in Nepal. We are between, not hard. We are not, I mean, the central government do not decentralize the power to all the provinces, to all the local levels fully. I mean, they are not autonomous their decision making and other things. They are only divided into the administrative tasks, governmental function. But those provinces are controlled by the provinces are controlled by the central government. This type of federalism is practiced in Nepal. So can control the whole nation in context of development. I mean, the federalism is applicable when the central government unable to control. I mean, the central government, when the central government has not access to all the areas of the nation at that time, the layering of government or federal system are practiced. Some country in the world, they practiced federalism. They practiced the federalism in some year, and after some time they collapsed the system federalism. So in the world, 23 nation has practiced the federal system. Only 23, including Nepal, practiced the federal system. Nepal is a very small country. As compared to the China and India, our nation is almost equal to the one province of China and India. And how is it necessary for federalism? Anyway, in somehow context, it has lots of merit system here. Lots of merits. And we have demerits also. Because Nepalese society is the diverse society. We have multi-language, linguistic people, multi-religious people, multicultural people, and multi-ethnic group. So they have different type of demand and issues. They want to identity their individual identity as well as state identity, or as well as their area's identity. So the federalism is in somehow context is better for the better for Nepal. You see, Nepal has been declared federal democratic system in 2008. Nepal has been declared federal democratic system since 2008. 2008 बाट लोकतान्त्रिक गणतन्त्र नेपाल स्टार्ट भयो. Then The federal restructuring is divided into 7 provinces, 7 provincial Pradesh, 753 local levels, 77 districts. This is the scenario of federal restructuring. According to their wants, desire, the people's desires, this is the federal system in Nepal. And we have almost 761 government, in large scale of government. The huge, how? Imagine, small country, 761 we have 761 government. Is it possible to handle the poor country like Nepal? It is possible. Definitely, we have to, due to the large number of the government, one central government, 753, another provincial government, 7 provincial government, 7 provincial government, 753 local government. 7 plus 53 is equal to 7 plus 753, yeah, 761. 53 plus 7 is equal to 61, and one central government is equal to 761 government. It's not a joke. So you can see the financial crisis or economic crisis. We are facing the economic crisis. This is the reason. This large scale of government. As a small country like Nepal, our country is, as compared to the China and India, it is equal to the one province of India and China. But we have 761 government. That's why we are facing such type of economic crisis. Nepal has practiced three types of election system. Three types. One is federal, that means central. Another is provincial, and next one is local level, provincial and local level. Declared by the constitution. Three types of election is declared by the constitution, and the constitution also declared in somehow contest their responsibilities also. The formation of laws, national sovereignty related issues, national security and diplomatic issues are practiced by the federal government only. No other any provinces are allowed to practice about the security cases, diplomatic cases and formation of law, or beyond the constitution. No province in any provinces cannot formate any province. They are not allowed to practice the situation, security activities. The provinces are not allowed the security, diplomatic practices, formation of law to beyond the constitution. These are fully authorized by the central government or federal government. in some cases, little bit flexible. Yes, Nepal federal restrictions are a little bit. Between not the provinces are not fully autonomous. Somehow context they are controlled by the center. That's why it is flexible nature of federalism. Yeah, the large scale of I have already described about the increasing national expenditure. So the economic crisis is here. We are facing the economic crisis. Nepal is diversity in nature because our society have multicultural societies have multicultural, multilinguistic, multi-ethnic, and multi-religious people people multi-religious people. So the government do not able to address the issue. Every we have diverse ethnicity, diverse linguistic people, diverse cultural people. They have different type of issue. So the nation itself could not address the issues, those type of all the issues. But somehow cases, some of the government do not able to address the issues of the diverse society. So the government do not able to. The inclusiveness of the marginalized group, women, ethnic group, economic deprived group, Dalit and indigenous people in different sectors of the government are people, issues of the people, the inclusiveness of the in different sectors. They are participated. They are involving all the indigenous people, women, Dalit, all people are involved in different sector of the government. This is the one of the best practice of federalism. This is one of the best practice to best practice. I mean, due to this inclusiveness, the women, Dalit, indigenous people are able to involve in policy making and different sectors of the government. This is the main role of, this is the main merit of the federalism. So the political parties also practice the inclusiveness, and every political parties they also follow the rule of inclusiveness. This is the one of the best practice of the federalism in Nepal. Although the decentralization of power is access up to the communities along with corruption also. The decentralization of power. I mean the power is decentralized up to provincial, up to local level. But with the decentralization of power, the corruption is growing. The corruption also carry out by this decent power. So we have lots of cases, lots of corruption cases about the local, lots of corruption cases of the local government and provincial government. It is another problem of the federalism. So corruption is the cancer of the society. It is the hindrance of the development of the nation. Although the people have access of the government in local level, in their doors, but they are facing lots of problem like corruption. This is another problem of the federalism. So, as expected, as people expectation, as we expect, as the people expect the federalism practice will change the nation, but the expectation is not fulfilled. We haven't get the result as we thought. That is the reason. So federalism should almost fail in Nepal. The federalism should be changed in Nepal in Nepalese context. So we have to re-engineer. We have to correction the model of federalism in Nepal. If we really practice the federalism, we have to correct the model of the federalism. Almost the large scale of the government should be reduced, and the provincial government is the burden of the nation. Everyone clearly known about these things. That's why the federal government, the federalism should be corrected. It should be re-engineered. It should be modified to the context of the Nepal, country like Nepal. We have to change the model, the mechanism of the federalism. This is the conclusion of the federalism in Nepal. So you can write the federalism in wide range. In the first chapter, I submitted the meaning, definition, history, practice the federalism. In between, I elaborate all the things, and I have mentioned in the last chapter the overall conclusion is mentioned in the last chapter. This is the essay of federalism in Nepal. So it is more than enough for you